5 limiting beliefs that are holding you back from a 90 plus ATAR and how to break them. This video is very, very important because when I started my academic comeback journey, I was chained by my limiting beliefs. I had certain beliefs that literally made no sense, but because of the fact that I believed them, they stopped me from making progress. They stopped me from changing myself. But once I broke them, I just became a new person. And it's why I don't even identify with my old self anymore because I am literally a new person. Okay. So right now you are in this position on the left, right? You have all these chains around you. You know, I'm not smart enough for this. I can't complete that. I can't do this. It's too late for this, right? And you're trying to get this 90 plus ATAR. But the truth is these are chains and they are holding you back from getting that ATAR because they are chains, right? So by the end of this video, this is going to be you. You're going to break out of those chains and you're going to get that 90 plus ATAR. Okay, so get ready, take some notes, and let's get started. So, first limiting belief is I'm just not smart enough, right? So, you right now probably think that, top achievers are just born naturally gifted, right? But the truth is, success comes from methods, mindset, and action, not IQ. And this is something I teach in my program. It's literally the core foundation of my program, Dux Academy. And I tell my students this all the time, right? Like, the only thing that is required for you to achieve any ATAR that you want, right? Any ATAR that you want, it's literally just the methods that you have. And when I say methods, I mean how are you studying, how are you preparing, how are you doing certain things. Then the mindset, which is your beliefs, how you view your reality, and then action. That's it. And you can get literally any ATAR that you want. So, you have to understand if you have this limiting belief that I'm not smart enough, intellect's got nothing to do with it. Your intellect has got nothing to do with the ATAR that you get in the first place. So why does it matter? Do you see where I'm coming from here? So even if you believe you're stupid, it doesn't matter because the ATAR you get has got nothing to do with intellect in the first place. So just get this crap out of your mind right now. Always remember this. If you're doing bad in school, it is always down to these 3 things, either one of them, 2 of them, or all of them. Your methods, your mindset, and your action, right? And if you want to fix all of these, check the link in the bio. I'd love to help you out, okay? And the best example is me, right? I'm not saying I'm not smart. What I am saying is that, I failed school all my life. I felt like I was stupid. I felt like I was just, stupid, right? But then I realized one day, I'm like, hold up. What if I'm just doing everything wrong? And I was doing everything wrong. I fixed it, and then that's how I went to the next level, okay? So that's the first limiting belief. I'm just not smart enough. And the way you break this belief right now is to understand that it's got nothing to do with the ATAR to begin with, okay? So even if you weren't smart, it doesn't matter, right? That's the first belief. Second limiting belief that you need to break right now is it's too late, right? And this limiting belief is where you believe it's too late in year 11 or year 12 to make a comeback. And this is just not right. It's not true, okay? Because the truth is you can skyrocket your results very quickly and you're definitely not too late. However, now keep in mind, the longer you think it is too late, then the longer it will take. Okay? So, a lot of students who say, oh, I feel like it's too late to do this and it's too late to do that. A lot of people who say that, right? It actually does end up being too late for them. Why? Because this is them, right? This is them. And they're here thinking about this goal over here. Let's pretend this mark on the right is the goal. So they're thinking about the goal, they're over here, right? And what happens is that because they're thinking about that goal and they believe it's too late, then the delay between action and thought is very long, right? So this is thought on the left and action on the right. The delay here is massive. Why? Because they think it's too late. You need to understand, if you think it is too late, it will be too late because you won't take actions to do better because you think it's too late. So it's just like a cycle. It's like you think it's too late, and because you think it's too late, you're not going to take actions. Because you're not taking action, it actually becomes too late. All right? So you need to get rid of this stupid belief right now. And again, I'm the best example. I barely passed C7 till 10. Yeah, I end up getting a 97 plus ATAR. Explain that for me. If it was too late, how the hell did I do this? It's not too late, right? So that's the second limiting belief. Third limiting belief is, oh, I study all the time, but nothing works, right? And this is where you feel like you've been putting in the effort or you've put in the effort before and you never did well. But the truth is, you're studying wrong. Obviously, if you study wrong, you'll get the wrong results. Okay? So I want you to think back right now. If you're a student right now who does put the effort in, right? Maybe you're a student who actually does put that effort in, right? If you feel like you are that student and you're not getting results, I'm sorry to break it to you, my friend, but you are studying wrong. But then you might think to yourself, oh, but Lupe, no, but I've watched a YouTube video on how to study this, blah, blah, blah. Okay, sure, but you're doing that wrong. Like, I can't stress it enough. I've never, ever, ever seen a student who comes up to me and says, I study all the time, but nothing works, except that they're studying wrong. And in the rare case that you're studying right, guess what you're missing? The mindset and the action. Okay? And again, if you want help with all of this, check the link down in the bio. Okay? It's literally what I do. But yeah, this really bursts students' bubbles. But if you're doing the wrong thing, you're going to get the wrong result. Okay? That's number 3. Number 4, the limiting belief number 4 is I can't compete with the top students, right? And this is where you believe that others are just too far ahead or have some secret advantage. Oh my goodness, this pisses me off so much, right? I always hear students say something along the lines of like, oh, how does she get ducks? How does she get that result? How does he always do so well? I'm never going to be able to beat that person. Oh, and then when they get beaten, when they don't get beaten, sorry, when they get beaten by that student, then they're like, oh, I expected it anyway. This is such a bad mindset, okay? Because the truth is, the gap, right? The gap between you and the person you're trying to beat isn't in intelligence, it's in systems, habits, and mindset, right? And if you fix those, you will catch up and destroy your classmates, okay? If you fix those, which is systems, habits, and mindset, you will destroy everyone in class. Okay? Do you understand? I'm telling you, coming from someone who got a 97 plus ATAR, became the Dux of their cohort, got a scholarship to study at top university, got a band 6 in every subject, and I've done this against all odds. I'm telling you, it might be very hard for you to believe right now, but if you fix this, and you fix this, and you fix this, you will literally destroy everyone. And if you want help with doing that, then again, you can check the link down below. Okay, like this excites me speaking about this because a lot of students, they want, oh, why does this person always beat me? How is this person always beating me? It's because they have systems in their life that you don't have. They have habits that you don't have. Their mindset is different to you. That's it. It's got nothing to do with intellect, right? I remember there was this one student in my cohort who was always known as like the smart kid, right? Everyone would be like, oh, this guy's a genius. He's going to be a neurosurgeon, blah, blah, blah. And I used to think he was just smarter, but I still end up beating him. He got like a 98. I got 97 plus. Again, systems, habits, and mindset, okay? And finally, the last limiting belief that you have right now that is holding you back from getting an ATAR that you want is discipline and focus just isn't who I am. You see yourself as lazy or a procrastinator by nature. You see yourself as that. Is that true or not? Like you actually see yourself as someone, you identify as someone who is lazy, who is a procrastinator. And because you identify as someone who is like that, what happens? You're going to be that. And the truth is, discipline isn't a personality trait, it's a skill that you build. You need to train your focus like a muscle, right? Why do they not teach you in schools? I don't know, but that's why I'm here. The truth is, when you see someone who's disciplined, then they're just as lazy as you. But the difference is that they've trained themselves to be disciplined. When you see someone who's focused, oh my God, that's what drives me insane when someone says, oh, my ADHD gets in my way. No. You don't have ADHD. You scroll for 10 hours a day on TikTok. That's why. Okay? So you need to stop saying things like, oh, I'm just so lazy. I just can't do it. I just procrastinate. I'm not the type of person to do that. Because when you identify like that, when you try to be disciplined, you can't. Okay? So there you have it. Those are the top 5 limiting beliefs that are holding you back right now from achieving the ATAR that you want. Please make sure that you consciously make an effort to destroy all of these, right? And if you ever feel like you're losing hope, again, always look at my example. Like, I really don't mean to brag, right? But like every excuse you can think of, scaling, school ranking, environment, X, Y, Z, if it's too late or not, like I had all of those excuses and yet I still got it. So what's your excuse? Okay. Now, if you want my personal help, if you want to guarantee that you make an academic comeback, then check the link down below. You can book a call with me or my team. We can see where you're at right now, and then we can make a game plan for you moving forward. Okay? Get to work, break these beliefs right now, because remember, mindset is everything.